Ezekiel's vision. Ezekiel 1, 1-28, a literal translation. 1. Now it was in the 13th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river Chebar, were opened the heavens, and I saw visions of God. 2. On the 5th of the month, it was the year the 5th of the captivity of the king Jehoiakim. 3. Became the word of Yahweh to Ezekiel, the son of Buzi, the priest in the land of the Chaldeans, by the river Chebar, and was upon him there the hand of Yahweh. 4. And I looked, and behold, a wind of storm came out of the north, a cloud great, and a fire flashing itself, and a brightness to all it around, and out of its middle, like the color of polished bronze out of the middle of the fire. 5. Also from its middle came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was how they looked. The likeness of a man was to them. 6. And 4 faces to each, and 4 wings to each of them. 7. And their feet were feet of straightness, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of the foot of a calf, and they sparkled like the color of copper burnished. 8. And the hands of a man from under their wings, on the 4 of their sides, and their faces and their wings were to the 4 of them. 9. Joining each one to the other their wings, not did they turn in their going. Each one toward the front of their face they went. 10. And the likeness of their faces, the face of a man, and the face of a lion, on the right side to the 4 of them, and the face of an ox on the left side to the 4 of them, and the face of an eagle to the 4 of them. 11. So their faces were, and their wings were spread upward. To each the 2 wings were joined of each one, and to 2 wings covering their bodies. 12. And each towards the front of their faces went. To where was there the spirit to go, they went. Not did they turn in their going. 13. And the likeness of the living creatures, they appeared like coals of fire burning, and like the appearance of torches. It was continually circling among the living creatures, and bright the fire was, and out of the fire went forth lightning. 14. And the living creatures kept running and returning, like the appearance of a flash of lightning. 15. And I looked at the living creatures, and look, wheel 1 was on the earth beside the living creatures, with the 4 of its faces. 16. The appearance of the wheels and their workmanship like the color of beryl, and the likeness was one to the 4 of them. And their appearance and their workmanship was like the wheel in the middle of the wheel. 17. Of the 4 of their sides in their going they went. Not they did turn in their going. 18. And their rims even high to them, even awesome to them. And their rims were full of eyes all around the 4 of them. 19. And in the going of the living creatures went the wheels beside them. And in the lifting up of the living creatures from upon the earth were lifted up the wheels. 20. Whereupon was there the spirit to go. They went there, their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up along with them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. 21. In their going these went, and in their standing still these stood still, and in their being lifted from upon the earth were lifted up the wheels along with them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. 22. And a likeness was over the heads of the living creatures an expanse, like the color of crystal awesome, stretched out over their heads from above. 23. And under the expanse their wings were straight, the one toward the other, to each 2 wings covering on this side, and to each 2 wings covering on that side of their bodies. 24. And I heard the sound of their wings, like the sound of waters great, like the voice of the Almighty. In their going the sound of tumult like the sound of an army. In their standing still they let down their wings. 25. And there was a voice from upon the expanse that was over their heads, in their standing still, and they let down their wings. 26. And from above the expanse that was over their heads, looking like a stone of sapphire, was the likeness of a throne, and on the likeness of the throne was a likeness in appearance like a man on it from above. 27. and I saw him like the color of polished bronze, looking like fire within it all around. From the likeness of his loins and upward, and from the likeness of his loins and downward, I saw him looking like fire, and brightness to it all around. 28. As the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of the rain, so appeared brightness all around. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of Yahweh. And when I saw, even I fell on my face, and I heard a voice of one speaking. The living creatures are depicted as being in the likeness of a man. Their feet are the feet of straightness, symbolizing perfection in will, the foot being a symbol of the will. The middle is like bronze out of fire. Bronze is a symbol of God's judgment, and think of a calf's foot in relation to the Mosaic offerings. This ties it all together. The basic story of the gospel is here already. The lion is a symbol of a king. The gospel according to Matthew emphasizes Jesus' kingly status. The eagle symbolizes the deity of Jesus, as recorded in John. The ox symbolizes the sacrifice Jesus made, emphasized in Mark. The qualities of Jesus as a man are stressed in Luke. The frequency of the reference to fire indicates that God is a God of judgment. There would be no need for the cross if God didn't need to judge at all. They proceed out forward, again symbolizing their moral correctness. They move as lightning, fast and with a flash of light. This is how Jesus described his coming back. Matthew 24:27. 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. The eyes are important because of the ideas of judgment, light, and straightness of path. God heads in the direction that his omnipotence determines, not as a man. The sound of their wings was like the word of God, and continues the water and word of God symbolism. Upon the cherubim is a throne, and on it is a man. This symbolizes Jesus' ascension to the throne. The rainbow refers to the covenant that God made to Noah about not destroying the world with a flood again. However, his appearance is like bronze and fire, indicating that he will destroy the world again. The first chapter ends with Ezekiel saying that this was the appearance of God, but does not specifically say that the cherubim are God. Are angels omnipotent? Do angels have wings that speak like the Almighty? Do angels judge, or does God? The cherubim or God? This book is available to download in its entirety for free at smashwords.com and eventually here on YouTube. If you want to hear more, subscribe to this channel. God bless.